Magandang hapon, selamat siang. Good morning and good afternoon to all CEPSI participants. I'm very happy to be on this forum. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ferry Fernando and my colleagues, Dr. Hasbullah. Right now, I'm working in PLNs, perusahaan listrik negara, state-owned companies in Indonesia. I want to convey a topic that is expected to be relevant with the CEPSI theme, namely energized countries, empowered communities. The title I broke was Developing Readiness Index for Power Distribution Toward I 4.0. This is an outline of our presentation today. We divide them into 8 sub-materials. We try to explain what Industry 4.0 is, what the research framework is, and what technologies are in accordance with I 4.0, and how I 4.0 compares with the countries that have excelled in I 4.0. Furthermore, the proposed technology that can be used for digitalization in distribution. And at the end, the readiness index for the application of I 4.0 technology was developed in this distribution of electricity. We have also conducted a survey of several units PLN spread throughout Indonesia. This is a slide illustrates the breadth and difficulty of electrifying the entire territory of Indonesia, which consists of islands. The length of PLN's medium voltage network is nearly 1 million kilometers of circuits, total of 79 million subscribers of customers. And the PLN is the biggest power electric company in ASEAN. And the PLN provides energy from transmission and distribution, power plant. This is the very big in PLN. Next, we get to know the Smart Grid Index developed by the SP Group. As far as I know, Smart Grid Index, or we call SGI, is also used by TNB in Malaysia and Meralco. However, from the Smart Grid Index, it turns out that it will be difficult to apply it to PLN or several other companies because it only talks about the technology, while I 4.0 talks about the technology and non-technology. Non-technology such as the readiness index of people and organizations. We hope that the selection of this technology in the distribution of electricity technology can provide network reliability, we call SID, and efficiency, losses, yeah. Industry 4.0, famously referred to as the I 4.0 that I called before, yeah, is just a strategic initiative introduced by the German government in 2011 at the Hanover Vibe. This initiative aims to transform companies through digitalizations and the use of information technology and communication. And the concept of I 4.0 is the integration of cyber physical systems and the Internet of Things. I 4.0 aims to increase productivity, respond and market faster, and compete globally. Indonesia and several ASEAN countries entered the planning stage at the launch of Industry 4.0 implementation policy. You can see the figure. Meanwhile, Germany and the United States and the United Kingdom have been the pioneer of Industrial 4.0 policy since 2011. And this slide shows the research framework, starting with a literature study on I 4.0 and its technologies, followed by study of the readiness index for I 4.0 implementation in several countries. After obtaining this, we proceed to the development of any technology that can be applied to electricity distribution. In the end, trials, survey, and statistical validation were carried out, and in the end, they got the results. This is the state of the art. You can see the existing of index I 4.0 and our purpose. Yeah, our purpose is to be reference standard to measure the level of readiness of PLN to transform into digital transformations and help to recommend technology to support digital enabled distribution excellence program in PLN. And PLN is the largest asset company, so it have been able to use I 4.0 technology. And so the demand of for excellent service in the downstream sector is increasing. And this is a technology announced as Industry 4.0. This can be adjusted for each industry, especially the distribution of electricity. There are several technologies that we can adopt, such as real-time capability, big data analytics, and especially vertical and horizontal integrations. Vertical integration, such as integration between data in distribution, disturbance data, and disruption data or failure data, while horizontal integration, such as customer metering data. Next. This is the Industry 4.0 Readiness Index standard currently used by several countries. The most mature of which are Architect from Germany and PwC. In addition, there is a series belonging to Singapore. Impulse from Russia. All of these indicators helps countries or industry to adopt Industry 4.0 technologies. This is a slide shows IEC 61996 and 8, which is a distribution system integrations communication protocol. Actually, from here, we can find out what the technologies can be adopted for electric power distribution. One of them is energy management. We can use real-time measurement to find out our losses directly so that we can manage the supply and demand configuration properly. Another special technology is that we can use proximity analysis to find out the supply area of the distribution substation so that we are able to carry out transformation management properly. This is a measurement model for in the Industry 4.0 Readiness Index consisting of 5 pillars, 50 fields, and 20 questions. 20 questions, by using a Likert scale of 0 to 4. We can find out where we are. In particular, the distribution unit that is the target of implementation is ready or not. Yeah, you can see the different color, the blue one and the dark blue color represent a technology index or intangible index, which is different from the index developed in Singapore. The Singapore Smart Grid Index. This is to support the readiness for technology implementation from a human and cultural perspective, while light blue represent the technology index. And the result of this answer can be compared with those of the other distribution unit so that they can plan a roadmap for the implementation of distribution transformation toward Industry 4.0. The next slide. This is the result and discussion. The slides show the distribution of the pilot survey in PLN units, almost done in all working areas of PLN, mostly in Java and Sumatra. In the graph to the right, the result of the measurement are written in the spider shape chart, or it can be called a radar chart. We can make an average of the measurements values with the formula below the map on. The quadrant graph, we can put the readiness position of the technology is on the x-axis and non-technological on the y-axis. So this is our conclusions. The research has produced models, the new models and instruments for measuring Industry 4.0 readiness, especially in power distributions. This model uses several approaches, including systematic literature studies, conceptual models, and qualitative and quantitative methods. The industrial readiness measurement model consists two aspects, namely aspect related to technologies and not related to technology. From the result of the readiness measurement, there are the three-level readiness, newcomer, learners, or leaders. Yeah. The target of the Industry 4.0 readiness measurement model is aimed at electric companies in Indonesia who are on the distribution side of electricity. And this research will help PLN develop a roadmap digital distribution. PLN must prepare some infrastructure in accordance with the IEC, which is the variable of the research. The stats can be carried out in the stats in 20 and 24. This measuring tool can be used by electric companies in other countries. I think this is the end of our slide. Thank you very much. We will communicate it further the measurements trials via my following email, and hopefully we can meet face to face on another occasions. Hope this is useful. Selamat siang. Terima kasih.